Imagine hearing footsteps in your attic, but when you check, no one is there. That's exactly what happened to the Gruber family in 1922. Days before their brutal murders, Andreas Gruber reported strange noises above their heads. Even more unsettling, they found footprints leading from the woods to their farm, but none leading back. Someone was watching them, but who? And why did they never leave? The answers remain buried in mystery. On March 31, 1922, the Gruber family and their maid were lured one by one into the barn and slaughtered with a mattock. The killer then entered the house and murdered the 2-year-old child in her crib. But the most disturbing part, the murderer stayed on the farm for days after the crime, feeding the livestock and even cooking meals. Who could live among the dead so casually? The case remains one of Germany's most baffling mysteries. The crime scene was gruesome, but the investigation was even stranger. Despite multiple suspects, no one was ever convicted. Theories ranged from a vengeful ex-employee to a secret lover seeking revenge. Some even believed the killer lived in the attic for weeks before striking. But with no solid evidence, the case grew cold. Could the murderer have been someone the family knew? Or was it a stranger lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment? One of the most chilling details. The family's previous maid had quit, claiming the house was haunted. She heard strange whispers and footsteps at night, convinced an unseen presence lurked in the shadows. When the new maid arrived, she barely had time to settle in before she was murdered. Was it paranoia, or had the killer been hiding in the house all along? The Hinterkaifeck farm was demolished in 1923, but its dark legacy still lingers. Over a century later, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved. No fingerprints, no clear motive, just a trail of eerie clues and unanswered questions. Was it a crime of passion, a calculated attack, or something even more sinister? The farm is gone, but the legend endures, haunting true crime enthusiasts to this day. Perhaps the truth is still out there, buried in forgotten records or whispered in the wind that sweeps through the empty fields where the farm once stood.